Hello aspirants and welcome to my building guide for Rend. In this video I'm going to show you a nice place to put a faction or clan base back in newbie land so you can farm lots of ore as well as stone and turn that into metal bars as well as bricks from the actual stones. Because the stones themselves and the ore itself is very heavy, it's very handy to be able to kind of create a place to sort of farm that stuff, and then you can transport it en masse on a mount back to the main base. So from the main base, which is right over there, you can see the tree right there. So we use the tree as kind of our north, and from the base we're going to go kind of straight south and a bit to the southwest over here. Actually, there's kind of a trail you can follow if you want to go back this way. You can see it kind of right here. There's sort of this little trail you can follow back here. So if you go from the lake over there, kind of go back through on this trail, we're going back here into the hills. This is a great spot for a base over here because there's lots of crumble and ore around it, as well as hardwood and lots of rough wood. Pretty much everything that you'd want to gather in the newbie area can be found in abundance back here. Now, there are some pretty dangerous mobs back here, so you're going to want to be careful unless you're, higher level and you don't care about that. But it is a great place for that. There are, for example, there are howlers back here, or howtus, which are pretty dangerous at low level. So you want to avoid those if you can. But, oh, and there are raptors as well. I forgot about that. There are raptors. Those are quite dangerous too. Go ahead and get some crumble here. As you can probably notice, I am on a 50 times test server for this, just so I could get all the basic tools and everything. We had a wipe recently, so I didn't really have a good character to do this on, but our good friend, Little over at Foxheart Gaming, has provided us with a sort of test server for our clan to sort of use in the days before early access hits. So as you can see, there is lots of crumble back here, and if you go up towards these hills, you'll find lots of metal nodes as well. Just come right over here. There's I believe it's a tin node or maybe a silver node. There is going to be more up here as well. There's actually a cave up here. It should have quite a bit. There's some more. All along these hills, you'll find lots of ore spawns. Right over there is a cave. You'll find a crap ton in there if you go in there. Just all kinds of good stuff back here. And it's just a nice, kind of a pretty place to make a base as well. Now, before we start building, I do want to give you kind of a lecture, because if you're playing on an official server with the goal of just making a base just because it looks cool or something, I would really, really highly recommend against that. Again, bunch more ore over here, bunch more stones. The reason I would kind of try to discourage you from that is because making a personal base with the intent of just gathering and hoarding just for yourself is not a good use of your time, and player time is a resource in Rend, okay? Gathering stuff takes time. Building stuff takes time. Every player that's kind of doing their own thing and not contributing towards the faction's goals, they are slowing down the progress of that faction, and if you get too many players that are just kind of doing their own thing, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to get behind the other factions. You're going to lose. So if you make a base like this, I guess all I would say is make sure that you talk to the faction about it and say, hey, I'm making a base back in the newbie area back here, and it's primarily going to be for processing stone. Now, of course, you can't process stone without personal stone cutters. If you hit C and go into crafting here and go under construction, you can look at personal base upgrades. So you have to have these unlocked. Now, I actually have what's required to make these. You need a personal base infrastructure station, or a basic personal crafting station. I actually have made 2 of these. You make these over in the construction table in the main base, so you have to farm the materials for it. Yeah, here we go. So it requires some crumble stone, some lumber, and some twine. Not too difficult to get all those materials. But yeah, you're going to want to have at least one of these with you when you come out here to access up your base. So this is a good spot right here. It's tucked back in here, and as you can see all around me, there are trees, there's crumble, lots of ore back here. This is a good spot for a base. So we're going to go ahead and step over here. I think right about here should be good, because there are some small stones here, but these are not really a huge issue. You kind of want to try to avoid building on a spot that has a high density of good resources, because when you build there, you can no longer harvest those resources. They actually don't spawn anymore, so it's kind of a big deal that you don't do that. Again, this is just a test server, though. It's not a big deal. There's no active reckoning or anything here. It's just a basic thing. Only problem is I'm going to become over-encumbered so quick doing this. And now I'm going to have to spend like 10 minutes dropping stuff. It's going to be really a pain. Okay, so I've cleared this area out. I am probably going to have to just kill myself to get rid of all the excess stuff I have in my inventory. It's getting kind of ridiculous. Gathering stuff is very fast. Dumping stuff on a private server with 50 times when you're overweight, not so much. Probably the quickest way is just to kill myself and respawn at my divinity seed once I have it placed over here. So anyway, this is a good spot. I think this is a nice flat area. Should do quite well for making a personal base over here, and these hardwood trees are going away, thankfully. Hopefully don't start respawning. I'm going to try and get this put down before they do start respawning. That would be very bad. So this area is blocked, so I'm going to go ahead and start my base a bit further up here. Hopefully we can go a good ways either way here, so let's try that. That'll be kind of the center-ish. You know, that might not actually work. We'll see. I keep going back here. No, see, it doesn't like this. It says areas. Nope. Actually, that's fine. Okay, that's how many? 1, 2, 3. You know what? This is big enough. This is totally fine. Let me see how far I can go on either side over here. This area is blocked there. That's fine. I can go this way a bit. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Nope. Not what I wanted. Lower that. Can I please place it? No? We are lagging real hard here. Okay, tell you what, we're gonna put our seed down and we're gonna kill ourselves. I think we're lagging so badly that we're making issues with the server because we have so much in our inventory. It can't handle how much crap we have. So yeah, I'm gonna kill myself and then I'll pick up the stuff that I actually want. To do that, we're just gonna do a /duck. Then we'll respawn our stone there, go grab our stuff, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, I have picked up my gear, what I need of it anyways, only about 4,000 of it. And let's go ahead and get this base built. So, the actual building tutorial itself, we're finally that part of the video. So basically, to build, you need to have a construction hammer, and you build that towards the end of your basic survival tutorial. It's right here after you build the spirit pick. It requires pretty much everything that you can get. So you need a piece of, I don't know why this goes away like this, but you need a piece of rock, you need a piece of wood, you need some utensil vine from plants, and you need some dross metal. So to get this, you have to make all of the regular tools, and this is kind of the culmination of that. Then afterwards, you build your lesser divinity seed, which again, I'm sorry, it keeps going away. It's a bug. But you build that, and when you build your divinity seed and put it down, this can no longer be destroyed by other players on your faction. It can be destroyed by enemy players, however, it takes quite a bit for them to destroy it. They have to make something called siege hammers. Anyway, to build, once you have your siege or your construction hammer equipped, once you craft that, it should equip automatically. Once you have this equipped, you hit the B key on your keyboard, and that opens the build menu. So a couple of quick things to note here. It's very similar to something like Minecraft or Fallout or whatever. Actually, I don't know. I haven't played Minecraft. Are you serious? I can't place it right there. It's probably because I have my divinity seed here. Let me go ahead and pick that up and see if it changes it. There we go. Now I can build there. So I'll leave it off. I'll leave the divinity seed off just for now so we can actually build here. So a couple of things to note. If you press the T key, that will bring up the different types of structures you can build. There aren't a whole bunch, but you can make a surprisingly large amount of stuff with this. So, of course, you have your walls, your foundation floor, your actual foundation. I don't really ever use the foundation piece itself. I just use the foundation floor. I'm not sure what the actual purpose of this is. I'm sure we'll find out in time, though. The ledge is used, well, I'll show you later on what everything is used for, but what we're going to do is build a basic base here. Now, if you want to build this to make it very, very sort of enemy-proof, to make sure no one can get in here, you're going to want to use pillars as well. But let me go ahead and make my foundation floor here. Let's finish that up first. So once you have your build menu up and you have the structure you want and it looks green, you just click where you want it. Wait for it to be up there and be green, and you click, and then you're good to go. Very, very simple, very basic stuff. I'm actually making this very, very large, but who cares? This is about as big as you'd ever want to go on a personal base. I really can't see a reason why you would go any larger than this. I don't even know if I can, to be honest. Yeah, I can't even go any bigger than that. So that's about as big as you can go for personal base. I mean, you can get a bit more length this way, but it's blocked back here. And for a mining base, you're never going to get anything bigger than this, okay? So next we're going to be making pillars. And the point of pillars is to give support to the upper levels so that in case someone knocks down a wall and a foundation, the stuff above it will not fall down. Also, we're going to be making a honeycomb on the outer layer of the base. Honeycombs serve to make sure that if someone tries to break through a wall with a siege hammer and break in here, it's going to take them at least 3 walls to get through, and that's going to be a real pain in the butt for someone to make all those siege hammers, and it's going to take them a very, very long time to break through. Even having like 3 or 4 people hitting it, it would take them a very long time. It's not going to be worth it for most people. So, as far as the pillars go, we're going to right-click, and that changes it from being on the center to being on the edge of the actual foundation itself. For my use here, I probably am just going to do an outer layer of these. It should be enough just to do an outer layer. Don't want to spend all day here doing this. I'm also going to be showing you how to make the various refineries that you make in a personal base, so we can make this into a true sort of refinery base. Okay, so there's our first level. Let's go ahead and make a second level as well. One thing to note is that if you want pillars, if you want that extra support to make sure that your walls don't fall down when someone breaks a lower level, you need to make sure that you put them in first before you start putting in walls, because although you can place walls over pillars, you cannot place pillars over walls. So if you want to do that, you want to make sure it works. Now, the first level here is not going to be used for much of anything. It's going to be mainly just a honeycomb and maybe some storage down here. And we're going to want 2 levels high on the main level so that we can place chests around on the top. This is a very, very big sort of faction or personal base. You would not really need this big of a base or a personal base. In fact, to do this on a regular one-time server, it would take a very, very long time to get all those materials, not to mention you'd only have about 100 carry weight, and I'm carrying over 3,000 worth of materials right now. You'd have to have a Yixen or something to carry all that crap. So that's done. Let's go ahead and switch over by pressing T again to a wall. And again, if you didn't know, all this stuff requires, all the kind of the shell of the building requires sticks, crumblestone, and fiber twine. So you're going to want to have a good amount of all of that out here. Of course, we can farm everything we need in this area for those things, so it's a nice place for a base. But if you're going somewhere out in the wilderness where those materials are not available, like a tier 2 or 3 area, in that case, you're going to want to make sure you bring enough with you. So let's go ahead and make the outer walls here. Again, just kind of look at the foundation there in the center of where you want the wall to go. It'll snap right in. If you do make a mistake, it's not a huge deal. You just wasted a little bit of materials. It's not the end of the world. And they won't go anywhere they cannot be snapped to. Let's go ahead and do the other upper layer of our outer wall here. In fact, we can just do the whole thing. Okay, there's the outer shell of our base. We're going to want a door, of course. I think right here. Wolf, you're just going to aggro me, aren't you? I like to have my door in the center if possible. Let me see. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's not going to be possible to make it in the actual center, so we'll have to do like 1 off, I guess. That's fine. We'll do it right here. So to change into a door, to change a wall into a door, or to change any type of thing into a different thing, you want to hit R. If you look at the top there, it says change variant R. So if I hit R here, I can't actually change this one. The foundations are just their foundations, but if I wanted a window, I could change it to the window here. Just note that people can get through your windows, so I wouldn't really use them. You can always go back to a regular wall there as well. Now, what you should note is that once you upgrade the walls, so for example, when I upgrade this stone frame wall by pressing F, hold F, you need crumblestone bricks made in either the construction building or in stone cutters. And you also need cement, which is made using sticky sap and crumblestone, also made in either the construction building or in the mortar and pestle in the alchemy building. But once you have those, you can upgrade. But notice that if I deposit all here to upgrade this, I can no longer change the variant. I'm hitting R right now and I can't change it. One beside it, no problem. But this one is now, sorry, terrible pun incoming, set in stone. So we've got our pillars and everything else done. Now, at this point, I would say you should probably go ahead and upgrade your pillar frames, because if you upgrade the walls before you upgrade the frames, you're going to have a lot of trouble actually accessing that pillar frame. It's going to be difficult to get your mouse over or your reticle over it there to actually recognize that you're on a pillar frame. It'll be like, well, let me just show you here real quick, because this doesn't really matter. So if I go ahead and upgrade that, you can see it there, but occasionally, depending on what side you're on, you won't be able to actually see the stone pillar frame to upgrade it, and that's not what you want, because then it's very easy for someone to break. As you can see, the crumblestone wall here has 600 health, whereas the stone wall frame only has 50. So that's a huge difference. You obviously do want to upgrade everything here. So we've got our basic structure outlined here. I don't have a roof on it yet, although a roof is not really necessary, to be honest. Unless there's some kind of bug, there's really no way anyone's going to get in a 3-high building. So let's talk about the outer wall now, the outer defenses, or the honeycomb. So the honeycomb makes it so that if someone wants to break through just a wall to get in, they're going to have to go through at least 3. And it only takes up 1 square on the outside. So you're trying to maximize your protection for the least amount of space taken up. So let's talk about how to do that. So first off, we're going to make our doorway here. Since we're going to have a honeycomb, we're going to have a 3rd doorway. So to get through the doors, you'd have to break down 1, 2, 3 doors, okay, to get in here. That's already quite a bit. If a person gets in here and sees a 3rd door, they're probably going to give up and just not even bother. But this outer area is going to be taken up too. So what we're going to do here is right-click with the wall selected, and that will take it to diagonal. Okay, so what we do is we make diagonal walls, and you can do it like this. There's no point in doing one over there, though. There we go. And we're just going to go back and forth with our wall frames here, okay? Back and forth. Come on. Make sure we get it right here. And this makes a 2nd layer in between our 2 walls. We're kind of making a wall sandwich. A stone sandwich with stone, stone, and more stone. Come on, get over there. Again, no point to having one back there, so we'll just do it like that. And there we go. So now if anyone wants to get through, they have to get through at least 2 walls. So if they want to get through over here, it's 1, 2 walls. They want to get through over here. It's always going to be at least 1, 2 walls. We can make this even more secure by adding a regular 3rd layer. It's also much more aesthetically pleasing, in my opinion, to do it this way. So we add a 3rd layer, and this is going to be the actual inner wall of our building. Go all the way around the outside here. And there we go. You can see that what we've done here is create kind of an inner filling between 2 walls that will protect the inside of the base. So if someone wants to get through this, they have to get through quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead now and upgrade all these walls, and then we'll move on to the next level. Again, to upgrade, you hold F, and just deposit all. Okay, so here I am back at the base, guys. I had to go and get more bricks. Just doing the bottom layer here and the next layer, just a standard wall, just doing the bottom honeycomb, the foundation here, filling that stuff in with cement and crumblestone bricks took about 800 bricks. So that takes quite a long time to make if you're making it on the main server. Like a base like this is pretty much an all-day project. I just want you to be aware of that going into it. So it's not something you want to do lightly, losing an entire day of time when you could be mining stuff for the faction or working on things otherwise, doing PvP. That's a lot of time. So if you want to just build like this and experiment, I really, really suggest that you pick a private server that has accelerated building and harvesting and all that stuff, and just learn to do it there. Don't do this stuff on a primary server. Get on a like 50 times server like I'm on. Even if you have to buy one, it's only a couple dollars to do it for a day, just for one slot. Just, you know, do that instead. So we're almost done there. So that is now upgraded. So we're going to actually be putting, if you want this outer level to be, oh crap, if I bugged out? Oh no, I've bugged out. There we go, phew. Double jump bugs out sometimes and it won't work, and if I got bugged out back there, I'd actually get stuck. Something else to note that, yeah, if you get bugged back here, I mean, I guess you could build your way out, but yeah, you could get stuck. So, I'm not going to build a second level of honeycomb here. You could, if you wanted to, you could build a second level, but I'm not going to. I want that for building area, to be able to put, you know, crafting tables or other stuff there. Again, honeycomb is even, I don't know, I really don't know if it's necessary. Like, ideally, you would be having players back here near this area while you are actually using it, and then once you're done, all of that stuff will be brought back to base. You know, like you wouldn't really... People are not going to come back here, most likely, and steal, like, stone or whatever. Really, I can't put this over my divinity seed. Previously, you could place stuff over your seed, but you could not place your seed where there was stuff. I'm going to have to break this whole level down now, I think, because they made this change to where divinity seeds are a lot more picky about where they can be placed. Let me pick it up here and see what it gives me for my options. So can I place it, like... I guess, like, over here? Or, like, right here would be fine. I want to place it right in the middle of it, as close as I can to center, so that hopefully I can use the other... I can put stuff around on the other, you know, the rest of it. Like, can I... Let me see here. Can I put a platform here? Yes, I can put one there. I can put one over here. Excuse me, over here. But I can't put one right there. Alright, I guess that's fine. It's kind of stupid. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of annoying. But, you know, it is what it is. So, for stairs up, let's just dedicate one corner over here to stairs, I guess. That's probably fine. So we're going to go ahead and change that to a trapdoor variant. Put some stairs going up there. Really, it's blocked? Can't do that? Do I need to just get rid of this then? See, it's going to let me do it whenever I put a platform here. It'll let me put a platform here and put a trapdoor here by changing the variant, but it won't let you put the stairs in first. So it's kind of one of those things. You have to just kind of play with it and learn. You'll figure it out eventually. So here is our actual main area over here. I guess this is kind of cool because you can just jump down here and hit your seed then and travel where you want to, but it does kind of bother me that you can't put something over top of this. Triangular one? Nope, can't do it. You just can't do it, guys. It's just not going to happen. All right, it's fine. So the next thing I want to do here is I want to go ahead and make some crafting benches and stuff here. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe put my crafting benches on the lower floor here, and then we'll put the everything else, the refineries and stuff up top there. That might be okay, and we'll have all of our storage up there. That way I can get what I want from upstairs and then come down here and build afterwards. There's one, there's two. I only made two for now. I don't think we'll need a whole bunch immediately. There's that. Oh god, what have I done? I'm totally stuck, aren't I? If I bust this foundation frame, can I even do it? I don't think I can. God, I'm totally stuck. This is not good. This is not good, guys. Not good. I was not, like, inside of that, was I, when I placed it? I'm gonna have to do a stuck and then pick up my shit again. Well, there's an important safety tip, guys. Be careful when you are placing these because you can get stuck underneath of them. And it looks like... Oh, no, I can get my corpse. Okay, good. So I think everything that I had on me... You know what? I think I can just take all... Because everything that I had on me was stuff that I wanted, so that's fine. Okay, well... Again, guys, important safety tip there. So, let's go back upstairs here. Now, whether or not you want to upgrade this stuff is up to you. I would at least upgrade the ceiling here, so that at bare minimum they have to go through that to get to the next level. If they're an assassin and they break through one wall on the outside, they have to go at least through 2 walls. If they're not an assassin, they have to go through 3 walls. Of course, there's no guarantee that if they're an assassin, they're going to have the double jump ability. There are other good choices there as well. Okay, so there's that. What I wanted to place up here were some ledges. Actually, before we do ledges, we're going to put platforms in the corners. Now, for this, I just want to do wood because there's absolutely no reason to make these, upgrade these or anything. So we're going to change the variant by change the material by pressing M, and that will change it to wood. And I want to do a platform. Oh, I already got one over there. I'm going to break it just for conformity because it's going to bother me if one of them is stone and the rest are wood. It's going to bother me. Before we even do that, though, you know what? We ought to go ahead and make... We should go ahead and make our refineries that we need. It's what these basic personal crafting stations are for. Again, you have to craft these in the main base. And, oh no, I've lost my charcoal. Well, I can make a forge. Go ahead and make a forge and loom and that stuff. We need charcoal for all this stuff, don't we? We need flint and some charcoal, yeah. So, okay, let's go ahead and get some flint. I'm gonna go ahead and place my my forge over here. I think stonecutters and forge are the ones we're gonna need to have the most of over here, and I think we'll do like three forges here. Let's do one here. I guess I won't worry about them too much for now, but yeah, we want to have like 3 of these so we can process lots of metal back here, and we're going to want to have a bunch of stone cutters as well back here, but you know, I'm not too worried about it right now. Let's go ahead and get our other stuff down here. So stone cutters will go over here, forges will go over there, everything else can go on the other side. If you want to rotate stuff, you have to just right click and hold your mouse down. You can rotate it then. Put our loom over here, and then we'll have all of our other crafting stuff here, all of our cloth stuff over here. Now, do note that you can actually place this like inside the wall. You don't want to do that though, because if any part of it is sticking out, then people can grab stuff from it while they're on the outside, and that's probably not something you want. So snug it up there, but don't make it actually go outside of the wall, or else you're going to have people stealing stuff from it when they're outside. Yeah, we'll just do these on the corner, I guess, because stone cutters are going to go over there. That should be all the 4 processing plants. We can always add more of these in, too, if we want. Now, for some reason, this one does not like being placed too far back in there, but that is totally fine right there as it is. That's good. All right, so we got our 3 main ones. We need some flint and some charcoal. You make charcoal by burning wood in this thing, so let's go ahead and just toss some fuel in here and turn it on. And it will make some charcoal for us over time. We can just kind of build stuff up here while it's going. What I will probably do here, if I want to have a roof on this, I should probably go ahead and make pillars here. Plus, okay, I'm not going to lie, it's just going to kind of look cool. Actually, that's too high, but oh well, it's fine. It's going to kind of look cool, so I kind of want to do it just for that sake. Maybe I'll put some stuff... I don't know, I probably won't put anything in the middle here just because I want to be able to just hit the divinity seed if I want to over there, teleport, even though teleport's not really that big of a deal anymore. Okay, we're making charcoal here. It's going kind of slow. That has not been changed, I guess, on this server. I'd like to make my last couple of things here that I need. Stonecutter... Just need flint for stonecutters. Let's get our personal stonecutters and just do that. So we just need flint for sawmill and stonecutter. I guess there is a fifth one, isn't there? There's sawmill as well as stonecutter. I guess the sawmill will go on the edge over there. So for flint, we need to just right-click like one rock. Just one rock, man. Just done. No more. Oh my god, we got 4,000 flint. Oh my god, that's so much. That's so much flint, guys. At some point, I just got a whole bunch of carry weight on my character. Okay, well that's enough flint, I guess. So we'll do... Oh man, we're lagging bad now. One stonecutter. One saw... Actually, we do like... Because stonecutters... oh, I need rough rope too. Crap. I don't know if I can make rough rope here. Can I make a builder's thing here? I don't think I can. Alright, let's just go ahead and put these down then. It's not a huge issue. Like, I keep thinking like this is important. It's really not. Like this base, it's gonna be abandoned quite soon. I'm not sure what the actual front of this thing is. I'm not sure what the intended front of it is. Why does it not like being placed over there, I wonder? Well, that kind of sucks, not gonna lie. I'm not sure why it's... Oh, you know what it is? I bet it's this thing. Let me take this thing down real quick. See if it likes it better if I do it like that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there we go. It was just that thing was in the way. So I guess put that down afterwards. It's about as far as we can go. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I guess it is snug up against the wall, and you would not want it clipping into the wall because then people could get stuff out of it, so that's fine. So there is that. Maybe we can put the lumber mill... You know what, I kind of want the lumber mill right over here. In fact, maybe we'll do it like this. We get more room for boxes over here. We have our forge works, our lumber, and our stone cutters, the hard materials. Then we have leather and loom on the other side over here. I kind of like that. Okay, so there is that. I'll go ahead. You know what? It's kind of bothering me that we don't have these upgraded. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade them real quick. Because why not? I have like infinite materials at this point because, you know, private 50 times server and all that. So next we want to make some shelving area. So we can have room for boxes in between these. In fact, this is so big you could have one level for everything. You could just have one level for your crafting stations as well. But you know, I did build this a bit too big just because I could, basically. But we need a platform. Now, can I place the platform? No, I don't want that. Actually, you know, I didn't think about this, but a triangular one might be kind of nice. Okay, it's not going to let me put a platform there. So I guess if you... see, it used to be that you could place a platform into, or like right above these crafting areas, but apparently now you can't, so that's kind of an issue. It's fine, though. It's totally fine. We're just going to do ledges then. A ledge here. What about over here? See, yeah, it seems to be... Before, I guess it wasn't really properly colliding with it, if that makes sense. Oh, interesting. So I can't make a platform here because it apparently is clipping, but I can make a diagonal one. That's okay. Area's blocked. All right, that's fine. Keep doing those ledges along the edge here. This one I think I can. That one we can actually make a full one. I don't really have a reason to, though. I'll just make a diagonal one, just for conformity's sake, to make it look the same as the rest of it. You can't really put more than one box there anyway. And back here, we're not going to be able to do anything, I guess. Oh, not even over here? That's kind of a pain. Oh, well. Maybe they'll update that and change it. Not really sure, though. Yes, now we've got areas for boxes below and boxes above. So you might do something like you might have unprocessed materials down below, and then you might have processed stuff up here that needs to be taken back to the base. Something like that might work out okay. So let's go ahead and finish this thing off, just because why not? Make a actual platform up here, switch our material back to regular rocks. Again, switch between like diagonal and regular, you right click. Anyways, guys, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up. Let's make the last thing we need here, which is the alchemy table. I guess we can just place this over here just for conformity's sake to have, you see, where's my sawmill? It's like right over there. Yeah, so we'll just put this thing like right over here. Make sure we don't get inside of it, otherwise we'll get stuck on the floor again. And that's no fun. And I do realize it should be placed the other way, but if you place it this way, then you have more room for boxes along here. Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below, and I will try to answer as soon as I can. Also, if this video helped you out, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I also live stream Rend, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching everyone. I'll see you in the next video.